Alright there everyone, how's it going? So, back again, me and George, and today we will be talking a bit about Stammer awareness and reviewing some Doctor Who episodes. We haven't done that segment for a long time where we briefly review the episodes, so yeah, but first things first is Aggro Aaron. So, this is the segment where we just talk about people that annoy us or traits that annoy us or whatever. So I've got one this week. It is people who are just all talk. You know what I mean? They're talking, but no action. It's like people who watch, some people who watch boxing and MMA. They send so much hateful crap to fighters. It's fine if you got constructive criticism, but they're just being blatantly abusive, like, oh, you failed, you loser, you got your ass whooped, haha, you failed. And I'm thinking, you should try and get in there and do it then. You probably haven't trained a day in your life, you bum. You know, it's ridiculous. And also people who, spout off about opinions but do nothing about it. There's this one dude who I knew for ages who, you know, was a really, really political person. Used to bang on about his views and all that quite a bit. You know, opinions be opinions. You can think what you want. I don't care. But I was thinking, why is he not doing anything about... if he feels this passionate to bang on about it, why is he not doing anything? But in the end, he actually did. He joined he became a member of the political party he supports. So, fair play. At least that's taking action. I'm not saying everyone who has opinions, you know, should join a party. But if you bang on about it all the time and you're like, this is so bad, I'm the best, then do something about it. And I'm glad that he has done something about it. I'm trying to think who else. People who say, oh, I'll give up smoking, I'll give up this, I'll lose weight, I'll do this. It's fine talking about it, but you actually have to do something about it, you know. There's people out there who physically and mentally can't, so you've got to be thankful that you can do something about it. You know.
I've actually seen a video of a troll knocking out an MMA fighter.
What happened?
And in the end, they ended up getting in a fight.
Oh.
And the MMA guy just floored him.
Are you sure this isn't a boxing one? Because I remember some person was really horrible about Deontay Wilder's daughter, who has disabilities, and
It was like a street fight.
Oh, a street fight. Oh, okay. Because this dude was trolling Wilder, being an absolute horrible bloke. He was, and then Wilder just beat the crap out of him in the ring. I mean, you've just got to block these people.
It's actually like a vlog that somebody filmed.
Oh, okay. Do you remember the name of the fighter?
I've got it. I'll have to show you after the podcast.
No, what's the name of the fighter?
I don't know the name of the fighter. It just says MMA fighter.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So, those are the type of people that annoy me. Well, it's a pet peeve of mine. Just people who talk for ages. I don't mind certain things, like if you got an idea and you just enjoy talking about it, even if you won't do anything. Like, there was this one dude on Xbox who was obsessed with machinimas. And he used to make about 1 billion different ideas. And they were quite good, but he just didn't do any of them. Which was weird, really. Two of my friends made maps for him. And I asked them, could you help me make this map? You know, you two are good at this Forge on Halo 5. They made 2 maps and he's like, oh, well, I'm actually not going to do machinima yet. And then, okay, he wasn't Irish. He sounds like a bit of a Somerset accent, you know. He's like, I'm not actually going to do machinima yet. And then we're like, what? And he had the chance to work at Tesco, this geezer did, part-time. This was when I was struggling to find part-time jobs, so I was like, if you get offered a job, you should take it, especially considering you want to buy equipment to make a film with. And then he was like, oh, I don't want to work in Tesco. And I'm thinking, beggars can't be choosers. You've got no qualifications. You might have done all right in school, but come on, man, this is ridiculous. The dude wasn't, as much as I'm being a bit harsh, he wasn't like... He was fairly there in the head, but he wasn't, all there. So I sort of have a bit of sympathy. But he used to bang on and on and on and on and on about it. I never really was, horrible to him about it. I just said, yeah, man, you should do these ideas. But when he said, I'm not going to do it yet, and didn't bother using the maps me and these 2 other people did, I was like, bro, what the hell? So annoying. Because I think he asked at the time. That's why I said, let's do some maps. I wanted to help, but there you go. So yeah, as I say, I did go on a bit of a rant and a ramble, but you know, those are just. It's just.
Is it still a thing, Mishima? I thought it died a couple of years ago.
This was years ago, George. This was like in 2017. People.
It was years ago, so yeah.
Yeah, or early 2018. So yeah, it was years ago. The thing is, people still do machinimas, but they're really unpopular now.
Yeah, they are.
It's because Halo's a bit irrelevant, that's the main reason. People aren't as interested, and even though Halo 5 does have a machinima mode, and you can still get decent views, you can't... It's like, what's his name? Arbiter617, Black Plasma Studios, he does Minecraft animations now. Used to do machinima, but he transitioned to this, and he's got millions of subs, so fair play to him.
Yeah.
One last thing with actions speaking louder than words. You know when people say good stuff but never do anything good for you, they say, oh, you know...
Yeah.
You my mate, I care about you, blah, 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 you know, yeah, you're the best, and then they don't do anything to show those words. Oh, I'm sorry for doing this, I'm sorry for screwing you over, you know, you're a cool person, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you can say all these words, but if you do nothing to back them up, it's a bit annoying. So yeah, that's my, that's the thing that aggravates me. But have you got anything for this time, George?
I think when people purposely try to aggravate you.
Yeah, like people who bully people or like wind people up. Yeah, I feel like that's a fairly good one, to be fair, because you think a joke's a joke and all, but if you're actually going after people and trying to be a blatant arsehole, it's like, what is wrong? What is so bad about your life that you have to be an idiot to other people? You know, why are you being such a fool, really, and having a go at people?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, a joke's a joke. What annoys me with a lot of these people is that they can dish it out, but they can't take it.
No, they can't, can they? It's funny that they can say all this stuff and just can't take it back.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You just do one thing and they instantly get mad at you because of it.
Yeah. Those sort of people are just really irritating. That's a really good one, to be fair, because you shouldn't be starting on people. You should have a joke, maybe, but again, I think it's partly people just growing up, really, you know. That's what it is, really.
Yeah.
Obviously, sometimes when you're young, it is harder to take a joke. Like, you think, why is this person making jokes at me? Why aren't they making jokes at anyone else? But in the end, you just have to become sort of thick-skinned or make some jokes back, to be fair, or just ignore it, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah. But there is a difference between a joke and people going after you, so yeah, that's a good one. Anyway, here is a new segment now. It is called, Is It Legit or Is It Just a Bit? And a bit is obviously like, oh, this is a bit, it's a joke, isn't it? You know, which means a joke, oh, it's not true, so it's a lie. So, basically, me and George are going to lie to each other, and we're going to see... Well, not lie, sorry. We're going to tell a story, and both of us have to guess if it's true or false. If we had a third or fourth guest on this one, they could partake as well. So, I'll do my story first. You've got a story, haven't you, George?
Yes, I have.
Okay, cool. I'll do mine first, then. So, is it legit, or is it just a bit? Am I telling the truth, or am I lying? So, the story is this, right? In school, I got put in detention for pretending to sit on a planner in a mock test.
Oh.
Now, you obviously asked me questions about it, because that's how the game works, you know, ask bits about the story.
Would I know who the teacher is?
You never had him, but maybe.
Never heard him.
It was it's a bit hard to remember, to be honest. I'm trying to think, but it was in English, and there was passing a planner around, and I took the planner off this one person as a joke, and I pretended to sit on it, and I was about to, and then the teacher walked in, and oh wait, I think I might have said his name earlier. Did I say his name? Oh, crap. Oh, no, I didn't. Good. So the English... Yeah, I don't like naming names. Even though he wouldn't be bothered, and I'm not saying anything bad, I wouldn't... So, yeah, and then he came in, and then he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, they passed the planner around. And then I was like, you know, I'm only messing about. And then he said, well, that's a detention then, because this is a mock test. And I'm like, oh, come on, are you serious? And he was like, yeah.
I don't know.
No, you have to say if I'm telling the truth or lying.
I think you're lying.
Oh, yes! It was true! Yes!
See, I don't ever remember you getting in detention.
Yeah, I rarely. Well, the thing is, we wasn't always in the same lessons, was we? Like, we was in the same English for like about, was it 2 years or 1 year?
2 years, I think.
Because, oh yeah, no, in the first year, at first all the class was together, our form, then we was all split up. Then I was in your class for like a year, and then I was in a different class for like 2 years. So, honestly, it's a bit of a blur, those first few years. I remember the final 3 years, what classes I was in, and like, actually, no, I think I was, I think I can remember a bit, actually, yeah, but I was only in your class for 1 year. I can't believe I got you, George. I was so worried. I was thinking, he's going to get it, he's going to get it, he's going to get it.
Well, what you saying you were pretending, which was making me think as well. Is it pretending that this is a story and it's slipped up saying that?
Yeah. That you played it quite well, but I think I played it well as well. All right, what's your story then? What's your story?
I was up the other night, and I was watching trailers, and I found one about a killer settee.
A killer settee?
Yeah.
That's even better than mine. Alright then. What was the... Oh wait, no, I can easily... Alright, no Google. What was the film called? No Google. What was the film called?
It was called Killer Sofa.
Killer Sofa. Who was in it?
I don't know. I think it was just a very cheaply made film. How did the sofa kill people? It got its springs and basically wrapped it around people's necks. And there was one bit where the sofa was staring out of the window. It was staring out of the window menacingly.
Okay. And the film was called Killer Sofa?
Yeah.
Right, I promise I'm not looking this up. Oh, the thing is, oh man. I'm going to go for true. Is it true?
It is true.
Oh! Oh, hold on. I'm going to look it up right now. It's called Killer Sofa.
Yeah.
Alright then, hold on. Killer Sofa. 2019 film! Oh man, it's true!
Watch the trailer.
Oh, what horror comedy. Oh man.
Just give the trailer a look at the bit where it's staring through the window.
Yeah, I'll watch it after the podcast. Bro, that was a really good one, George. That was such a good one, man. You nearly had me there. You nearly had me. But yeah, I swear I wasn't looking it up. I didn't even know it was a real film. Like, it sounds so mental. But as soon as you said like it was looking out the window, I thought, why would George be so specific about the trailer? It must be true. But you could have been lying. Who knows? Because I was thinking they can make films about anything nowadays, can't they? So
yeah, I found the bit where it's staring out of the window.
Okay, let's have a look.
Just have a look at our chat for a second.
Let's zoom in a bit. It looks mental.
Oh no.
It looks like one of the... I'm going to look up the budget quickly, hold on. The thing is,
Okay.
if you had said the actors in that, I would have been like... Let's have a look who was in it.
I don't know.
Himio May, never heard of her. Sarah Munn, never heard. Harvey Neville, never heard of. Jed Brophy, Angelica Thomas. Oh, never heard of I'm going to see if the main Pimeo May. I don't know. I've pronounced that wrong. She's just been in the Killer Sofa. What the hell? That's all she's been in.
Exactly.
This is mental. All right, let's look at Harley Neville. Please tell me he's been in something else apart from the. As I survived a zombie holocaust and Killer Sofa, No Caller ID and Ghost TV. What the hell? This is so bizarre. If you had said all these actors, I would have never even.
No, well, I didn't even know who played it.
George, you should have said Robert De Niro. Was it actually? No, that would have been a lie. Then that would have been a lie. If you oh, hold on. Jed Brophy was in the first Hobbit. Oh, he was in the 3 Hobbit films. That's cool. I wonder who he played. Oh, he was one of the elves. That's cool. He was the King Elf. That's really cool. Or someone, I don't know. Alright then, that was an amazing one though, man. Alright then. Alright then, so, anyway. Alright then.
Anything to watch that. I couldn't stop laughing. Laughing when he was just staring out of the window.
Yeah, out of interest, what other trailers was you watching?
I'm just trying to think which ones were. There was. I forgot what they're called. Hang on, I'll find them. And I'll see what they're called. Because I think I've got the list saved. Where is it?
Actually, it doesn't matter. Let's get into the main topic then.
Okay.
But one last thing, were you just watching random trailers or were you watching mainstream trailers or?
Random trailers.
Oh, okay, fairs.
Chris, the tickle.
Oh, turn that off.
I found one.
Okay.
There's one called the drone as well.
Alright then.
And it was a drone that would fly itself and kill people like that.
Yeah. Anyway, so, first things first. Well, not first things first, sorry. I'm just having a brain fart. We're going to talk about stammer awareness. So, yeah. George has a stammer. Out of interest, mate, have you, learned to sort of, live with it? Or is it just still annoying, or?
I've learned to live with it.
Does it ever get on your nerves, when you're, struggling to say something, or? I remember you said...
Sometimes, but you do get used to it when you've had it for such a long time. Because
I remember you say if it gets really bad and you keep making a noise or you keep saying the same word or same letter or whatever, you take a deep breath and then it goes away for that moment.
Yeah, you take a deep breath or tap tap to a rhythm.
Yeah.
While you're talking.
Fair play. So. A lot of people stutter when they're nervous or they don't know what to say. Does that ever happen to you? Or because I know
that's one of the main things that makes you stutter if you're nervous or something like that.
Yeah. Do you ever stutter to stall, think of an answer, or do you
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. Fair play, man. So do you know if people take the mic? Are you annoyed or are you used to it? Because it's got to be quite an annoying thing. It's like not being able to pronounce.
Well, people have done it in the past.
Yeah.
But you do just get used to it in the end.
Obviously, a joke's a joke, but if people are being intentional and being horrible about it,
Oh yeah, well it was intentional.
Some people are, yeah, but some people, I've made some jokes in the past, but they haven't been personal. They've just been silly jokes, really. Just because there's a difference between coming up with a really good joke and making stupid noises. Like one thing I came up with, I took it off Family Guy. I said something like, "Oh, you can't." Should I turn the temperature down? Why? Because you're stuttering. That's just a bit of banter, innit?
Yeah, I've seen that bit.
Yeah, that's just a bit of banter. But obviously, if someone says, and if it's and that was only like once in a while these jokes, but if someone every time, you know, on a regular basis is going or like repeating the same word like I or whatever. I mean, if you're doing it once in a while, it's okay, but if you're doing it all the time, the thing is, there's no wit to that. There's no joke. It's just sort of just being an arsehole.
Yeah.
It's like not being able to pronounce your R's, really, you know.
Yeah.
Even though that can be quite funny to take the mick out of, it's not really best to most of the time, you know. It's fine when you're a kid to take the mick, but when you grow up, you sort of have to, you know, grow up and learn your ways a bit, you know.
Yeah, and get more mature as well.
Yeah, because when I was younger, obviously Stammer jokes, you know, that's fine, but I used to take the mick out of people, like on Xbox, who couldn't pronounce their R's because they kept talking loads and loads, or if they said something stupid. And again, this was years ago, and you know what? Kids will be kids, won't they? We always, when you're young, you do say daft stuff. I haven't took the mick out of anyone's R's in a while. Unless it's just like a joke, unless it's just like a really witty joke or something funny. But I haven't done it to them, I've just done it like as a, sort of just as a joke, really.
Yeah.
You know, just joking and messing about. You know, just to make other people laugh for a laugh.
Yeah, well, you can joke about it. It's just when people try and be intentional.
Yeah, if you're being mean and there's no
reason.
Yeah, it's like if someone's really fatty, you just say, haha, you're fat, ha ha ha. You know, fatty, 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 haha. Like, that's not really funny, but if you make a joke like, oh, bloody hell, keep the hot dogs away from me and me hoovers them up, they go down, like, into a... They get sucked away into a vortex, you know, I don't know, something weird like that, you know. It's...
Yeah, well, you know, that's a joke if somebody says that.
Yeah, and everyone's laughing, you know, that's fine. But if people are just being intentional, it's not very nice.
Yeah.
Is there any chance of, or what are the chances of people being able to fix their stammers then? Because I know people who've gone to, like, things where they've been able to fix it.
It is likely, yeah, that you can.
Yeah.
Fix it.
Have you been to any, like, camps or therapy? Not camp, but like a therapy, stammer therapy, or...
I've been to Stammer place, yeah.
What do they do to help you?
They basically told you about like the breathing and tapping and things like that, and other different things you can do.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to like be daft or anything, but I listened to a voice message from ages ago from you, George, and I've watched like old videos on my old channel. And you used to stammer like loads and loads and loads, to be fair. And you don't really notice it because people like around you become sort of used to it. But nowadays, you do stammer quite a bit, but but nowhere near as much as before. So there must have been some sort of improvement between those years.
Yeah, well, I've tried fixing it over the years as well.
Like the tapping and breathing and just, you know, catching your breath and not getting too nervous about stuff and...
Yeah.
Maybe thinking things through more, you know.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely one thing to think through.
Because to be honest, at least it's improved. Because if you look at this, I saw this thing on Channel 4, right? And it was this kid who, like, all the loads and loads and loads of stammer problems. But then there was this one kid at the end, and he kept going like, I'm not trying to be a daft now, but he kept going jer for like 7 seconds. And you just feel so bad for a lot of these people. It must be frustrating, you know.
Yeah, there was a program not that long ago, and basically it was a stammer thing, and they had to basically not talk for like 4 days, and then they had to go out in public and speak in front of a crowd.
Did it work?
It worked for some, but I wouldn't want to do that.
Do you think...
I really wouldn't.
Because to be honest, it would be a bit depressing not talking for 4 days.
Yeah, and then that crowd. Because it's basically forcing you to stop, isn't it?
Yeah.
I saw that program and people thought it wasn't a good idea for me, but I wouldn't have never wanted to go.
Did a lot of people say it was a good idea, or just a few people, or
just a few, but like I wouldn't have wanted to do it.
Yeah, personally, if I knew about it at the time and you wanted my advice, what I'd tell you is I agree with you, to be honest. It's not a good idea because you've improved your stammer like by tenfold, and your stammer isn't really that bad. All it is repeating some, like, it happens quite consistently, but all that happens is maybe a bit of a like noise that lasts for a few, like that lasts for a few seconds, or repeating the same word like a few times. It ain't anywhere near as bad as years ago. So I wouldn't see the point of like not talking for 4 days and then have it not work. Well, only work a little bit.
Yeah.
So did it totally fix the people's stammers? That or did
What I can remember, it fixed a few people, but some people still are theirs a bit.
But it improved theirs though.
It improved them, yeah.
I suppose it's all right then, really.
But I would have wanted to do it like if you watched it.
Yeah. The thing is, your stammer's all right. It ain't too bad. It ain't like it.
I know
all the time.
A lot of people on that program, they couldn't even speak that well.
Oh, that's a shame.
With it.
But at least they got theirs fixed then.
Yeah. But I wanted to join it.
Yeah, that's understandable. Each to their own. So like with stammering and all that, has it, like, you know how I said about things being cold or hot? Like, I know that was just a joke, but you know, in the summer, is it better in the summer than it is in the winter? I'm being serious. I'm not like taking them in.
No, it's not a seasonal thing. It's more of an everyday.
Oh, okay. But I mean, like, I meant like in the winter, you know, because people are shivering. But in the summer, you're not shivering, so I don't know. Like, I thought it wouldn't.
No, the shivering thing, that doesn't really affect me. No, that's just me. Like, it could be different for another person, but the cold doesn't really change it.
Yeah. So what is it in the brain then that makes the stammers happen?
I don't know, actually. I've never really looked into it that much.
I might look it up quickly then. How are stammers caused? I might look it up.
Yeah, have a quick look. Because
Here we go. Stutters caused.
I think it's not genetic as well.
Alright, here we go. It says brain surgeries from a stroke can cause neurogenic stuttering. Severe emotional trauma can cause psychogenic stuttering. Stuttering may run in the family and inherited abnormal.
Yeah, well, it runs in my family.
Normality in the part of the brain that governs language. If you or parents stuttered, your children may also. So, you obviously didn't have a stroke, you didn't have any emotional trauma. It's just something in your family, isn't it? So,
Yes.
I mean, at least yours is something in your family and it isn't like emotional trauma or anything, so.
No.
So that's good. Well, it's not good because the stammer can be frustrating, but, you know, it's better than what other people have been through.
Yeah.
So this might be the final question, unless I think of something else, but, because I don't think I wrote down loads of questions for this one. I might check quickly. But, I was going to ask about, like, the stammer, conventions and meetups, like, what are they like?
Well, I haven't been to one in absolutely years.
Oh.
But they used to be okay. So I used to more go to things like hearing.
Oh, okay.
Like the last hearing one I went to was a space museum or something like that. But for stammering, there wasn't that much. There's more like hearing related, like places you can go to with other people, and like basically have fun. It was basically a big meet-up kind of thing.
Can people without stammers go, or like without hearing problems go, or is it just exclusively for people with
I think people without like stammers and hearing could go, yeah.
That's cool. Was there any like musical performances or entertainment on, or merchandise or food, or
No, I don't think there was, no.
any like special talks where they come in and say, "Yeah, I've got this. I can relate to you. This is how you can fix it a bit," or?
I think there was some special talks, but they're quite boring.
Oh, okay.
When it came.
Were they just a bit generic then?
Yeah, it was very generic.
Oh, that's a shame. Oh well, it's a nice. I guess it's a nice day out. It's a good way to find people that you can relate to a bit. And did you find many people you can relate to?
Yeah, but I never really spoke to anyone outside of going to it.
Okay, fair enough. But you spoke to them while you were there and had a laugh with them.
Yeah, I knew quite a few people from different ones.
That's good. Anyway, I did check my messages and I didn't write any questions down. So are you happy to leave it there, or do you want to say anything else about stammer awareness?
I think we talked about all we can with it, actually.
Alright, fair enough. One last thing I'll say then. Just try and be respectful. Obviously, a joke's a joke, but, realise how would you feel if you were in that problem. Maybe, like, the thing that I said about the R's, maybe be fine with people going, I don't know, be very quiet, I'm hunting a wabbit, or, I don't know, I'm going to the West one, whatever. Maybe you'd be fine with it, because it is just a joke. It sounds a bit silly and funny. But if you're trying to get a point across and you're, repeating the same word or making a noise and people are going, or I, or whatever, it's not really that funny in my opinion. There isn't any joke, there isn't any wit, so you need to be more respectful. And if the people who can't pronounce their R's don't like the jokes, then obviously try to stop, think about how you'd feel, even if you could take the banter, as long as they're not firing out banter and saying stupid stuff to you. And as long as, and if, don't have a go at them, but if you have banter and you're good mates and you can both handle the banter, then that's fine, I suppose.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, I feel like stammer awareness is really important, and people just need to realise, that it can make people not want to talk to you if you take the mick out of their stammer and it's not a joke and it's just intentional. So, and you can lose a lot of friends and good people if you take the mick out of people's stammers too much. So,
definitely, yeah.
So, and the thing is, if you do, and if they take the mick out of your back, then be prepared for, be prepared for banter back or harsh banter back,
Well, if you, so, if you're not nice to somebody, just be prepared to get them, take them out of your back.
Yeah, exactly. If you're not nice to people,
because people can like to serve it, but they can't take it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anyway, so I think we can wrap it up there. We're going to do a segment right now that we haven't done for ages because we've been talking about different things, or we just haven't had the time, or we wanted to talk about other stuff. Doctor Who episodes. We're going to review all the ones I've watched. So, yeah, we got past the one. Obviously, I watched Smith and Jones, Runaway Bride, and what was the one with the witches? Shakespeare Code.
Yeah, Shakespeare Code.
Yeah. Now we're on Gridlock. I really like that episode. I know people weren't overly fond of it, were they?
No, not people liked it, but you can definitely see what's to like with it, can't you?
Yeah, I felt like, because you start off back in where the, what's that, like the future? Like, isn't it a billion years, no, a million years in the future?
New York.
That's it, yeah, because obviously you see the, what are they called? You see the, those cat people. The cat people, and, it's what, yeah, and it's where the, it's where the last human was in the second episode, so
Yeah, Cassandra.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but yeah, I like the Doctor and Martha's banter. I like how they split up. I like how you think, why are people on the motorway all the time? I like how Martha gets kidnapped and you're on the edge of your seat. I'm not really a massive fan of the crabs. They've got no personality, and
Well, the Macra, they used to be a classic villain.
Yeah, the sea devils. Yeah. Oh, just caught my phone. Sea devils. Yeah.
No, the Macra.
Oh, the macra, those big crabs.
Yeah. They used to be like really intelligent to try and take over the world back in the second Doctor era.
Did they used to?
Back in the 60s.
Did they used to talk a lot?
I don't think they talked. I've never seen the Macra episode.
Oh, okay.
In the classic era, I've seen every one of the modern era, but I haven't watched all of the classics yet.
Yeah.
But basically, what they said is pollution and made them dumb
Okay.
from being in the bottom of that pit.
But yeah, it's weird that they're all travelling around forever. It's weird that they can grow food. It's weird that all the people are like very nonchalant about being locked in a small space with people for years and years and years and years and years and years. I don't really understand it. It's weird that people just die. It's weird that they're not trying to get out of the queues. I just don't really... It just doesn't make much logical sense. And why are there loads of people who aren't there, like those food people, and like... Why aren't they doing it? It was just a bit weird, some of it. At the end was good when the face of Bo let all the people out to New York. That was nice.
Well, that's the thing. The face of Bo has kept them in there to protect them from the virus.
Oh, how did they eradicate it then?
I think just over time it just died off. Is what I could get from it.
Oh, okay. Because then the face of Bo let them all out in the end.
Yeah.
But anyway, thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, decent episode. The next one of your least favourites, George, the Daleks in Manhattan.
Well, it's one of my least favourites. It's just what I think is the worst Dalek story in New Who.
Yeah, and most of them quite good then after this.
Yeah, a lot of them are good.
Okay.
Just wait till series 4. No, that's a great series, that is.
Is the Daleks in series 4 as good as like Dalek and the two finales, or?
Yes.
Okay, it's as good as the Christopher Eccleston Dalek episode then.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. I'm looking forward to that then.
I know a lot of people would probably kill me for saying this, but I think it's better.
Bloody hell. Well, is it in the specials or is it in series 4?
Series 4.
Oh, well, is it a two-parter?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Well, I'll be the judge of that when I see it then, and I'll tell you what I think. But overall, Daleks in Manhattan, I thought from looking at the thumbnail, not like on Netflix of the and the title, I thought it would be modern day New York and Daleks would be attacking it like in Doomsday. They're attacking London. But instead, it was just, I don't know, it just felt a bit boring, really. It was just like it was watchable, but the new characters were okay. They weren't amazing. The pig stuff was stupid. I thought, what the bloody hell am I watching with these bloody pigs running round like idiots? Like, this is one of the daftest things I've ever seen. I was like, what the hell is going on? What's her name? Tallulah and that bloke, they were okay in it. Is that a name?
Yeah, Tallulah, yeah.
I can't remember the bloke's name, though. Laszlo. They were alright. Their romance was cool. Frank was a bit boring. The cop was a bit boring. Martha and Doctor were fun. That corrupt businessman was okay. He was just pretty generic, I guess. Not as good as Laszlo and Tallulah, but he was he was okay.
What did you think
was passable,
of the transformation of a human Dalek hybrid?
Yeah, that bit was kind of cool, really. And I like how the human Dalek in part 2. Oh yeah, by the way, part 1's just a bit boring. Part 2's got more going for it, a little bit more, not that much though. Yeah, with the human Dalek, it's like I like how it was a little bit weird because that human was a bit of an idiot. Really, he wasn't much of a nice bloke. He treated the workers like crap. So it's weird that the human Dalek sec felt like, we need to be good, we need to try and build things up and be better, because that isn't what the human he merged with feels. the human he merged with is like a bit of a sleazy idiot, you know.
Yeah, well, I think it was more that it was the Dalek's brain that needed a human body.
Yeah. Maybe it was just the Dalek reacting to having emotions and being like, yeah, you know, don't kill the Doctor, we need...
It was that.
Yeah. And I liked how the Daleks turned on him. I liked how he managed to save Laszlo in the end. It was okay how he beat the Daleks, how they all shot at the Daleks then.
Yeah.
Who was it? Wasn't there a different Dalek who turned off the humans who were made emotionless and killed them?
I can't remember. It's been quite a long time since I watched it.
Yeah. Overall, a bit boring, a bit lifeless. Not much to say really.
But what did escape?
What escape?
One of the quarter scar ever escaped.
Oh, one of the Daleks escaped. That must have been that one then. Did it just fly off then?
Another one right there at the end that temple shifted.
When? Where? I don't know what you mean.
At the end of the second episode, it escaped.
Oh, okay. I can't remember. Sorry. All right then. The next one, the Lazarus. Yeah, the next one is the Lazarus experiment. A lot of people hate on this. Personally, I don't really mind it. To be fair, it's better than the other two. I know the other two are rated higher on IMDb. But the Lazarus experiment, the main reason I was intrigued is because like the people were like, the Doctor's dangerous, and I'm like, who are these people? What's going on? Like little things like that stick in my mind. And I'm like, why are they after the Doctor? How do they know about him? Obviously, you find out later on in the season, but I thought this is so cool. And then the Lazarus was a bit boring and weird. He was like, oh, I'm young now. Look at me. He was a bit lame, and the monster was a bit weird. I didn't understand this at all, really. Why he just wanted to eat everyone. The action in it.
The experiment going wrong, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. The climax of the story was quite good. When Lazarus fell off that thing and died, and yeah, enjoyed it. Decent. Actually, no, slap bang average. The other two. The part 2 of the Dalek thing in New York, in Manhattan, that was a bit... part 1 was lower than average. Evolution of the Daleks was close-ish to average, but yeah. What do you think? Decent episode, or do you think it's a bag of shit, or...?
Well, with me watching all of New Who, it's on the lower half of the episodes that I'll just go back and watch.
Yeah, fair enough.
If I could rank them up, it would be a low 5.
A low 5 out of 10?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. I thought you meant a low 5 out of 5. I thought, how is that? No offence, but nothing in Doctor Who has been a 5 out of 5 for me, I'm sorry. Like, maybe, I understand why Who fans would give them a 5, but I personally just wouldn't. They're not... There's just nothing in there that would make me give it a 5. Like, they get a 4.5, don't get me wrong, like Father's Day and Dalek and some of the other ones, but they're not perfect in my opinion. There's just story things and plot things which I just I've talked to you about them before, how it's just a bit predictable, you know, but
yeah.
But obviously,
well, the main thing with the Doctor Who community, you don't want to get on the bad side of them.
Yeah, like if the Who addicts, if you tell the Who addicts to watch this bit and I'm saying, oh, Doctor Who, blah, blah, they'll be like, yeah, forget these guys, what a bunch of, why is George talking to this buffoon? But I'm just being honest, it's just my personal opinion. But yeah, it's still a great show, don't get me wrong, I get why people love it. But yeah, next episode, 42, I thought it was great action-packed, and to be honest, I like the mystery of like what's infecting all these people, why is it so angry, what's going on, and it's actually the sun that's infecting them, which is kind of weird but kind of cool.
Did you notice how the episode was exactly 42 minutes long as well?
Yeah, that was really cool. I like how the Doctor gets infected and Martha needs to save him. I like how pretty much the whole crew die. That's quite cool. I like how the Doctor finds a way to save him. He puts everyone else before himself. He saves Martha and that other person.
And now this story normally gets stuff for the set.
Oh, I thought the set was fine. I don't get the problem.
why do you think people went out after it then?
I've got no clue. I haven't really looked at reviews, but I think it might be because it's small and groggy and it doesn't really look that good for a ship. But you got to remember, it's like a cargo ship, isn't it, or a mining ship?
Yeah, well, it's like a ship that you can unfold.
Oh, okay.
Basically.
Well, I mean, it's in the future, isn't it? Who cares, you know? Maybe they were annoyed because the ship felt really small, but I like how the corridors are all small because it makes you feel closer to the burn with me. It makes you feel closer to it. If they could get away and it wasn't so claustrophobic, you wouldn't feel as nervous.
Yeah, definitely, you're right.
So, I like it. Pretty good episode, yeah, pretty good.
It is a good episode, yeah.
Alright then. Ooh. Next one. I know you're not the biggest fan of this, but you think it's good. The Human Nature and Family of Blood. I think it is absolutely amazing. Phenomenal episode. Why did you not like it until like the last 10 minutes? Or like...
Well, I thought it was just throwing it in places. But like, being that the Doctor's gone for 2 episodes and then you see him again, you're happy to see him, I find.
But if he was the Doctor straight away and kicked the Family of Blood's ass, that would have been boring. I think...
Oh, yeah.
What I love about Martha is that she actually serves a purpose, and she actually is quite competent. She's not like, Doctor, help me, Doctor, all the time, you know. Doctor, Doctor, help! You know, she...
I like the twist at the end that the Doctor hid to save them.
What do you mean?
Well, if you listen to the son of mine talking at the end.
Oh yeah, when he gives them all their wishes, like they wanted to live forever, I let them live forever.
Yeah.
Didn't he push the fat woman into like an endless spinning galaxy?
A fallen star, I think it was.
How would she even survive that?
Because of what she was, like the actual thing inside of her.
Oh, okay. The student bloke,
The son of mine.
Yeah, he becomes a scarecrow. Isn't the little girl just stuck in a mirror forever?
Yeah, she is stuck in a mirror, but then I don't know who it was, but when there was a watch along of it the other day, the 13th Doctor let out of the mirror.
Oh, does she become...
Which ruined the story, that did.
Why did she let her out?
For forgiveness, and she's not like her of herself.
That's weird. What happened to the other family? What happened to that old...
I think they just left them where they were.
I mean, what happened to the fat guy, the fat old man? What happened to him, George?
He got put in unbreakable chains.
Where was he? Where does he get left?
In a pit, I think. In the episode, the Doctor pushes him in like a pit.
Oh.
And he's wearing unbreakable chains.
Okay. But yeah, I don't think they should have let her out because she murdered a little girl and took over her body, so... How can you forgive him for that?
It is a weird thing that they did. But...
And they killed, like, a teenage boy, and they ruined a fat woman's... Well, I don't know what the woman's name is. Sorry, I keep calling her the fat woman and the fat bloke. But, like, they killed 4 innocent people. They don't deserve any mercy or forgiveness, for goodness sake. They deserve this bad stuff to happen to them.
Yeah.
And they killed loads of other people. I thought the scarecrows were an okay feature. It was a little bit comedic, but I guess it would scare some people, which is cool.
Well, I thought they were quite creepy. I still do now. I think they're very creepy looking things.
Yeah. I mean, they're not I think they're alright, but you know, not like the most intimidating thing.
Nah. I think the most scary thing is that they don't talk.
Yeah, that is a decent point.
And it's very eerie like
that. Yeah. I do feel kind of bad for the Family of Blood because they did just want to live longer, but they already lived for years, so they should just accept it.
I think it's quite a good story in the end, even though it's not my favourite.
Yeah. I meant morally they should just live forever. They shouldn't try and attack people. But obviously, it'd be boring if they didn't attack them. So overall,
it would be boring, wouldn't it?
yeah, overall amazing, absolutely amazing. Though one more thing I loved our doctor, who was John Smith, whose alias was John Smith. He was like in love with this woman, and he kept saying to Martha, "What are you going on about? What are you going on about? Why would you want me to be alone? Why would you want me to be alone? How can you do this to me? That sounds like the most horrible life ever." And you just feel so bad for the doctor, but in the end, he does the right thing and comes back and whoops him.
Yeah.
But I just think it adds more depth to the doctor's character, and you think, man, he'd have it so good if he could just like have a normal life. And partly he does want a normal life, but like.
Yeah, well, they showed you his future as well.
Yeah, they show you his future, which I really like, when he was on his deathbed and he was really happy.
Yeah.
But he did offer that, what's her name? He did offer that woman to come with him, but she said no.
Oh, yeah, the woman. Because she knew him as John Smith.
Yeah.
And the doctor wasn't him.
I mean, you can't blame her for not going, can you, really? You know, it would have been a bit daft, really. You don't want another bloody third wheel, do you? You know. So, yeah, overall amazing. Great two parts to it. It was really cool with that kid. I can't remember the kid's name. He was in Love Actually and Game of Thrones and some other stuff.
Which one?
The little ginger kid. The little ginger kid.
I don't know what you mean. I can't think of his name now.
Yeah, I liked how him and that dude were in the First World War, and because he saw that stuff in the Time Watch, him and that bloke moved out the way. And I also like how he saw the Doctor and Martha in the future when he was an old man in a wheelchair. That was quite nice.
Yeah, I love that moment.
Yeah, that was great. Overall, yeah, amazing. Absolutely love it. Some of the best stuff. But something that tops this is Blink. Man.
Oh, yes.
That has to be one of the... Honestly, it's number 3 for me. Father's Day, Dalek, then Blink, to be honest. It's just absolutely amazing. Like, the Weeping Angels are quite intimidating, but they're also not really that bad, to be fair, because that woman who gets sent back in time at the start, she lives a great life years and years ago. She's really happy with herself, and then I like how her grandson gives her the letter right at that time. I think that's quite cool.
Yeah.
I like how she was about to date that one dude who was a detective. Then he goes back in time and the Doctor and Martha see her. And then, brain fart, sorry. And then he lives his life back in time and he gets to see, that, I can't remember the woman's name, but he gets to see her while he's...
Sally Sparrow.
Sally Sparrow. He gets to see her on his deathbed and he has an alright laugh with her. But he had a good life, didn't he, back in time? Who else? Doctor and Martha, yeah. They went back in time, didn't they? And
they did, yeah.
They had to get the TARDIS back. The Weeping Angel.
What did you think of the Doctor writing it all on the wall?
That was I didn't even notice that. That was really smart, though, wasn't it? What did he write on there again?
He was telling her to basically watch her out for him, yeah. And he told her to duck as well at the exact right time. When she ducked.
Oh yeah. I think it was quite smart from the production team though, right? How they had like statues, the statues couldn't move or it wasn't computer animated. It was all just totally practical, every bit of it, you know.
Yeah, well, this episode was written by Stephen Moffat, who becomes a showrunner where Matt Smith becomes a doctor.
Yeah.
So you'll see more episodes like that.
Is there anything?
Series 5.
Is there anything better than Blink then, in your opinion, apart from like Dalek and Father's Day?
Yes, but you'll get to them.
What you know I know I've asked about it before, but you know the finale in series 4, The End of Time Part 2. Is that like the best episode ever in your opinion?
well, that's part of the special after series 4.
Is that one of the best ever in your opinion though?
It is one of the best.
Is it number 1 or?
I do very much enjoy the finale to series 4.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the like a 3-part finale. I would say.
So do you So it's not number 1 for you though.
Not number 1 for me, no.
What is it? Top 3?
There's some better episodes that I like.
Is it top 3 or?
Top 5, I'd say.
Fair enough then. That's still pretty good. So yeah, Blink, just amazing. I love the finale as well. How the Doctor tricks them, like, not the finale, but like the final bit of the episode, when the Doctor totally tricks them to all look at each other, then they're just stuck there forever. And they're not really horrible because they don't kill anyone. They just take all the energy you would have had in that life, and they are sort of evil because all the people.
They do kill people. They snap their necks.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, well, I don't think they have any episode you've watched in Blink, but they do in a future episode.
Oh, so they are quite well in Blink. They weren't evil anyway. They just sent people back in time.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're just lonely creatures who can never be looked at, and they touch people and take the energy. I suppose, even though they might have been more evil in further episodes, I suppose it's got to be a bit sad, really, when people just get taken out of taken back in time, and you never see your loved ones. You don't have that life that you had, so it is quite annoying. But they had great lives in the other lives they had, so it's like, you know, it's bittersweet, isn't it, really? They're still quite bad because it's annoying. You've got to think, how would you feel if you were those people's families? But, you know, it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the Weeping Angels get their comeuppance, so they're just stuck looking at each other forever. So.
Yeah, which was a very good thing that it did.
Yeah, great twist. It just shows the Doctor's 10 steps ahead of everyone. I love the TV talking. I loved how the Doctor can hear what she's saying. And you think, how the bloody hell is this possible? Even though it doesn't make all the sense in the world because she hasn't given him the transcript yet, but he's back in time, but it hasn't actually happened yet. So it's sort of like a weird loop, really. That hasn't happened yet, but it did happen. It's really hard to write time travel. They do the best they can with it.
If you think that's bad, just wait until series 5 and 6. Well, more series 6.
No, I didn't. I liked it, but like.
Very confusing.
I liked it, but it was a bit weird. But as I say, it's quite hard to write time travel.
Yeah, well, series 6.
Anyway.
That's going to bother your mind, that is.
Okay. But it was a good outcome because he's talking to her on the telly and you're like, how is this done? And it's like, again, it's quite an amazing twist. It isn't perfect, it's a little bit weird, but it's very amazing personally. I like how she gives him the transcript and he's like, oh, thank you. And, yeah, you know, overall one of the best ever, absolutely love it. So, next, these 3 episodes are not far off, really. The 3-parter, let's just talk about it. Utopia, Captain Jack coming back, Doctor! And then he just jumps on the TARDIS.
Yeah, it just jumps on the side of it.
Yeah. Obviously, I didn't get the satisfaction of the twist that he can't die. Because, I mean, you sort of... Because you and Aaron told me, but it's like, it isn't the biggest twist in the world. It would have been okay to see him, like, come back from stuff, but, you know, it's whatever, really.
Well, I think a good thing that you could watch when it really goes into Jack dying is Torchwood.
Yeah, I was about to say Torchwood, yeah. I will try and watch it. Is it Martha Jones in it a lot as well?
I think she's in 1 or 2 episodes.
Oh, that's a shame. I thought she'd be in a load of them.
But she is still good in it.
Is Rose in it? Is Billy Piper in it much?
No, she isn't in it, no.
Not even 1 episode?
No.
Oh, bloody hell. Is Martha in The Day of the Doctor?
No, she isn't.
Oh, that is a shame, man. That is a shame.
But I don't want to say who's in it because
I know Rose and the Doctor are in it. Doesn't Eccleston show up right at the end? But he's like, doesn't say anything.
I'm not gonna say
I swear I've
you need
seen.
to watch it.
Okay, I'll watch it when I get to it.
You need to wait until the end of series 7.
Bloody hell. Anyway, so yeah, Utopia's really amazing. It keeps you on the edge of your seat, you know. I love the time stuff as well. I love how it's a twist that old bloke's the Master, and then the Master turns into some lunatic and he takes the TARDIS. Well, he already is a lunatic, but yeah, keeps you on the edge.
Professor Yana.
Yeah. Keeps you on the edge of your seat. A load of fun. The second part is great because they try and take it to the Master, but he wins, doesn't he? He kicks their ass. He's just ahead of everything. And what I love about this 3-parter is how the Master's been planning this since all the other episodes, like the people following him around, etc., etc. And this was all a well thought plan. And the Doctor actually totally loses, which I quite like, really.
He does it, and it makes you scared for the Doctor as well.
Yeah, because he gets turned into an old man, then he gets turned into a shriveled little man, and it's like quite sad.
Ancient Doctor is called.
Ancient Doctor.
Yeah.
I like how you see some stuff from the Time Lord stuff, like the Master looking into that vortex and it made him go mental.
Yeah.
I do quite like that.
I know what that's called, but I can't think of it.
What else was good? I just wish there was more Captain Jack in the 3rd episode because he barely gets any dialogue, really. Kind of a shame.
Yeah, it's a shame, but it fits for the story when it comes straight to the next.
Yeah, it does to a degree. I like how Martha's family fight back. I like how all the world come together and they're like, Doctor. I know some people think it's fluky, and it is a little bit fluky, but at the same time, what else do you expect them to do, really? How else were they meant to beat the Master? You know.
Yeah.
I quite liked it. I liked how the Master killed himself. He was like, I'm not going to regenerate. Screw you. I win.
Yeah, well, he did win because he didn't want the Doctor having satisfaction.
Yeah, and then
of him regenerating.
Yeah, and then the Doctor's alone again, and that's a bit sad. The goodbye with Martha's a bit sadder. I think Martha's the best companion in my opinion so far. I think she's just a legend. I love how she saves the day all on her own without the Doctor's help. Well, until the end the Doctor helps her, but it's cool how she travels the world, spreads the message. Then everyone just forgets, don't they? They all just forget. Which is sort of okay apart from Martha's family, and you know, with good reason. It's not like she dies or gets sucked into another dimension. She just is like, I don't want to do this anymore. I had fun, but I've got to look after my family now, and I'm going to become a doctor. Fair play to you. Great end to a great story. Great character arc. Really enjoyed it. Best companion in my opinion so far.
I like it as well. How she finally realises.
Realises what?
That she is good at. And she is as good as Rose was.
Oh yeah. Well, I think she's better than Rose personally, but yeah. What else do I like about it? I'm trying to think. There's just I don't know. I can't.
Martha's family.
Yeah, they're cool. They're alright. I prefer Rosie's lot. I prefer Mickey Smith and Pete Tyler and what's her name? Jackie Tyler. I prefer them, but Martha's family's quite good. Yeah, pretty good.
You know what I was like in series 1, how she just slaps him.
Yeah, that's quite funny.
And he goes, I've never been slapped before. In 900 years, I've never been slapped.
Yeah, pretty witty. But yeah, series 3 probably. Thing is, it has some duds. Series 1 never had any duds in my opinion, so I'd say series 3 isn't too far off 1. The high points of series 3 are, they're not as good as Father's Day or Dalek in my opinion. And even the Dalek 2-parter, that was quite good, but because the Daleks felt indestructible again, and you thought, how's he going to get out of this? But the Master was such a deviant, great villain. He was such a dodgy. evil geezer, and I liked how he was another like Time Lord as well. So I don't know. It's I'd say Series 1's better because of the consistency, but Series 3 had more high points, even though one had 2 episodes that I like better than anything from Series 3. But, yeah. What do you think then?
Well, I think the same as you, actually. Got some high points, not as good as Series 1. I think it's better than Series 2.
I broke far better than Series 2. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Far better, man.
Yeah, Series 2 was a bit of a loose thread when it comes to
A
it.
bit of a low point for Doctor Who, really. There was some stuff which you just think, what the bloody hell is this nonsense I'm watching? I still enjoyed some of it. I personally liked the, companionship, the banter between David Tennant and Billy Piper, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we can wrap up there.
But we will be doing a full series review of Series 2 and this series on my channel, won't we?
Yeah, we'll record that straight after this podcast. So and Series 3 we'll record next week. So yeah. Anyway, see you then. Have a good one.
See you later, guys.